Know what it means to own a home, don't you, Ken?
It's really good.
Know what it means? It means nobody's ever going to come and take you away again.
Mom, what is that?
Bought it.
You're gonna spend a whole down payment on a car? Be out on the street again, is that what you want?
The city breathes a restless tension as the night unfolds, and in its shadows, the lives of the overlooked collide in unexpected ways. Night Always Comes is a cinematic dive into a world where survival is measured in decisions made under pressure, where morality blurs under the weight of circumstance, and where the dreams of tomorrow are constantly threatened by the reality of today. The story threads through the invisible lines of a community where danger isn't just outside, it is woven into the very fabric of daily life, manifesting in choices that test loyalty, courage, and the endurance of the human spirit. Every alleyway, every corner carries the weight of history, of struggle, and of whispered promises that may never be fulfilled, creating an atmosphere both intimate and uncomfortably real. The night in this world is both a refuge and a predator, an ever-present force that shapes actions and dictates outcomes. It is within this darkness that the central characters navigate a landscape fraught with systemic challenges, personal vendettas, and unspoken fears. The narrative peels back the layers of life for those caught between survival and ambition, showing that courage isn't always loud, and that strength can often take the form of quiet endurance. Each character's journey is a reflection of resilience, and the constant balancing act between compromise and integrity, highlighting the profound effect of environment on human choices. Their lives intersect in ways that seem coincidental but are meticulously orchestrated by the unseen rules of the streets they inhabit. The tension builds through moments of vulnerability, exposing the fragility of trust in a world that offers few guarantees. Conversations carry weight beyond words, glances reveal unspoken histories, and every decision seems to ripple outward, affecting others in unforeseen ways. The storytelling captures both the external challenges of navigating a harsh urban landscape and the internal conflicts that arise when survival demands moral sacrifices. Through nuanced performances, viewers experience the tension between desire and necessity, between hope and the inevitability of disappointment. There is an emotional rawness to every scene, a constant reminder that choices made in desperation often carry consequences far beyond the moment. Themes of inequality and systemic failure resonate deeply, underpinning the story with a social consciousness that heightens the stakes. The narrative refuses to shy away from the difficult realities faced by those marginalized by circumstance, highlighting how societal neglect and entrenched injustice shape the lives of the characters. At the same time, it reveals moments of unexpected solidarity and compassion, reminding viewers that even in the darkest environments, human connection persists as a fragile but potent force. The tension between oppression and personal agency is central, showing that resilience is not only about surviving external threats, but also about maintaining one's sense of self and moral compass in the face of relentless pressure. Visually, the film envelops viewers in an atmosphere of brooding intensity, using light and shadow to convey both danger and intimacy. The cinematography captures the claustrophobia of crowded streets, the quiet despair of neglected homes, and the sudden bursts of hope or confrontation that punctuate the narrative. Every frame contributes to a sense of immersion, drawing the audience into the character's world and compelling them to feel the stakes in every interaction. The interplay between environment and emotion is masterfully constructed, making the city itself feel alive as if it observes, judges, and participates in the unfolding events. The textures of the city, from its cracked sidewalks to its neon-lit avenues, act as both backdrop and character, reflecting the inner lives of those who inhabit it. Dialogue throughout the story carries a sharp realism, reflecting the cadence of everyday life while hinting at deeper currents of emotion. Exchanges are carefully measured, often laden with subtext that reveals more than the surface words suggest. Humor, when it appears, is bittersweet, providing brief reprieves from tension while underscoring the resilience of the human spirit. Moments of silence are equally powerful, allowing the audience to dwell on the gravity of circumstances or the quiet victories that punctuate struggle. The film excels at showing rather than telling, trusting the audience to absorb the nuances of relationships, hierarchies, and motivations without overt exposition. This approach deepens engagement and encourages viewers to invest emotionally in each character's journey. The narrative also explores the intersection of ambition and morality, examining the choices individuals make when faced with impossible circumstances. Characters are compelled to navigate a world in which survival often necessitates ethical compromise, highlighting the gray areas of human behavior. Decisions are rarely black and white. Instead, they exist in shades of consequence that challenge both character and viewer to consider the true cost of actions. The story conveys that every choice has a ripple effect, shaping not only immediate outcomes, but also the long-term trajectory of relationships and personal integrity. In doing so, it provides a thought-provoking examination of human nature under duress, questioning what it means to do the right thing when rightness itself is contested. As the story progresses, tension escalates through carefully constructed conflict, both external and internal. The stakes are amplified as the consequences of decisions become increasingly evident, creating a sense of inevitability that propels the narrative forward. Confrontations are not limited to physical altercations. They emerge in moments of ethical dilemma, emotional vulnerability, and personal reckoning. The film emphasizes that courage is not merely the absence of fear, but the determination to act despite fear, and that heroism can manifest in subtle, understated ways. This layered approach to conflict ensures that the audience remains invested, anticipating both immediate resolutions and long-term ramifications. Interpersonal dynamics form the emotional core of the story, showcasing how relationships are tested by adversity and strained by necessity. Bonds of friendship, familial loyalty, and tenuous alliances are depicted with authenticity, reflecting the complexities inherent in human interaction. The narrative demonstrates how trust can be both fragile and transformative, and how betrayal or misunderstanding can have devastating consequences. Through these relationships, the story examines the balance between self-interest and collective responsibility, illustrating the tension between individual survival and the welfare of others. Each interaction is meticulously crafted to reveal character depth, motivations, and vulnerabilities, drawing the audience into a web of emotional investment. The film's pacing mirrors the unpredictability of life itself, with moments of quiet reflection punctuated by sudden upheaval. This rhythm reinforces the thematic tension between stability and chaos, highlighting how the environment shapes perception, behavior, and outcomes. By juxtaposing introspective sequences with intense, high-stakes moments, the narrative creates a compelling emotional ebb and flow that sustains engagement. Viewers are encouraged to experience the full spectrum of human emotion alongside the characters, from hope to despair, from fear to determination, and from isolation to fleeting connection. The pacing contributes to a sense of realism, reinforcing the idea that life unfolds in unpredictable, often uncontrollable patterns. The story is also notable for its attention to detail, both in terms of environment and character development. Subtle cues, such as the arrangement of personal spaces, the rhythm of city life, and the fleeting expressions of characters, enrich the narrative and provide insight into underlying motivations. These details serve to create a layered, immersive experience, allowing viewers to feel intimately connected to the characters' struggles and triumphs. Every object, gesture, and location is chosen to reinforce the broader themes of resilience, moral ambiguity, and the search for dignity amidst adversity. The careful calibration of these elements demonstrates a meticulous craftsmanship that elevates the narrative beyond conventional storytelling. In its exploration of human endurance, Night Always Comes ultimately emphasizes the capacity for resilience, hope, and transformation, even in environments dominated by hardship. Characters are continually forced to confront limitations imposed by circumstance, society, and themselves. Yet the story suggests that perseverance can lead to moments of clarity, agency, and even triumph. The narrative celebrates small victories, acts of courage, integrity, and compassion that carry profound significance in an otherwise unforgiving world. Through these moments, the story communicates that the human spirit is not easily extinguished, and that the struggle itself can be a source of meaning and growth. The film's emotional resonance is enhanced by its exploration of vulnerability, regret, and redemption. Characters grapple with past choices, confront lingering guilt, and seek opportunities for reconciliation or transformation. These arcs are rendered with sensitivity, avoiding melodrama while providing a compelling emotional journey. The interplay between internal reflection and external action underscores the complexity of personal growth, showing that redemption is often incremental, fraught with setbacks, and intimately tied to the choices one makes in the present. This nuanced treatment of character development ensures that the audience remains emotionally invested throughout, connecting with the humanity at the core of the story. Ultimately, the power of Night Always Comes lies in its unflinching portrayal of life at the margins, where courage, morality, and survival intersect in ways that are both poignant and unsettling. The film challenges viewers to consider the forces that shape human behavior, the resilience required to navigate adversity, and the consequences of actions both large and small. It emphasizes that darkness is not merely an absence of light, but a presence that tests the limits of endurance, requiring characters to navigate with care, intuition, and moral fortitude. By immersing the audience in this world, the story fosters empathy, reflection, and a deeper understanding of the complex interplay between circumstance, choice, and consequence. Through its combination of tension, authenticity, and emotional depth, the film leaves a lasting impression, compelling viewers to reflect on their own values, decisions, and capacity for resilience. Its portrayal of life's uncertainty, the fragility of human connection, and the possibility of redemption resonates beyond the screen, creating a narrative that lingers in thought long after the credits roll. Every sequence is imbued with purpose, every interaction loaded with significance, and every moment charged with the potential for revelation or transformation. In this way, Night Always Comes transcends its narrative confines, offering a cinematic experience that is as thought-provoking as it is emotionally engaging, inviting audiences to confront both the darkness and the light within themselves and within the world around them.